Why do some artists go silent for years and somehow get even more popular, while others disintegrate the moment they stop dropping? What's the key difference between staying at the top or being forgotten forever? Let's break down the real reasons why some artists thrive without dropping shit. The year is 2017, and Playboi Carti just landed a spot on XXL freshman list. A moment that for young rappers is supposed to be a beginning of the grind. Green light to go full speed ahead. Everyone around him dropping mixtapes, EPs, deluxe editions. They thought the louder they screamed into the world for their presence to be known, the more likely the world would scream back. Right? But Carti didn't scream. He whispered. From the outside, it looked like he was doing everything wrong, while his peers were trying to stack numbers and chase the playlists. He simply vanished into the background. There was something disappointing about how still he seemed in a moment that demanded motion, but nobody realized back then. Carti was moving in silence on purpose while everyone else made noise. He understood the game was broken, that in an era flooded with content, silence was the most powerful statement of all. While other rappers sprinted for short-term buzz, Carti was building something unforgettable. Back then, nobody really knew what to make of him.
Carti about to get it. Oh man, goddamn.
Carti wasn't seen as a visionary. He was seen as a fluke, a weird little mumble rapper with lyrics that felt lazy. He became the punching bag for every old head who wanted to prove that rap wasn't as it used to be. He didn't drop often, and when he did, the response was almost always confused. Mixed reviews, shrugged shoulders, people just didn't get it. Not yet. But Carti didn't seem to care. He wasn't interested in explaining himself, and he wasn't chasing approval. He was banking on the idea that his music wasn't bad. It was just ahead of its time, and that takes a rare kind of confidence. The kind that makes you willing to lose in short term, but it means winning big later. And something strange started to happen. Those rappers who were everywhere in 2017 started fainting into nothing. But Carti, even though he wasn't dropping music, somehow the hype around him kept growing. Fucking cancer or something. Carti, are you cancer? Every leak, every Instagram post, every rumor about a new album became an event. Especially that Mario Judah fucking dumb shit. That's gotta be racist.
There's no way.
And then it finally happened. After years of teasing, Whole Lotta Red arrived on Christmas Day at 2020, our favorite year ever.
Oh shit, you got corona.
Oh man, no, I don't. No. Come on, man.
You don't got corona.
And chaos erupted. Not the kind of chaos that breaks the internet with praise. No. This was something different. Fans were confused. Critics were confused. It was loud, abruptive, unapologetic. It didn't sound like anything else on the radio. Well, damn, it wasn't even on the radio. Who would fucking play that?
Shut the
It didn't even sound like Carti. The rage beats, the screams, the rapped vocals, it was almost confrontational. Like Carti knew what people wanted and deliberately gave him the opposite. At first, the reactions were almost painful. People called it trash, unlistenable, a fall off. And yet, the album wouldn't go away. And slowly, something shifted. What people once mocked, they started calling genius. The raw energy, the vampirism, the fashion, the attitude. It clicked, especially with younger listeners. Carti literally sucked us dry. We were dry of blood. Where am I going with this? I don't... Keep listening though, keep listening. The ones who didn't grow up caring about bars or really rap, they wanted a feeling. They wanted something to rebel. And Carti gave it to them, unfiltered. Over time, Whole Lotta Red became the album. A blueprint for a dozen new rappers who tried to replicate, but never quite matched. In the wildest part, Carti barely even said a word about anything that was going on, the chaos that he made. No big rollout, no explanation. Let the world catch on fire and disappear again. While other artists scrambled to stay in the spotlight, Carti seemed to understand something deeper. When you create something totally new and timeless, you don't need to beg for attention. You become the moment by refusing to chase it. This is the paradox. The fewer answers Carti gave, the more people asked. But Carti is not the only person who followed this path. We're of course talking about my favorite fucking artist. Frankie? The Frankster? The Frankie? Okay, I'll shut up. Frank Ocean didn't just disappear. He evaporated. After 2012's Channel Orange, Frank became a ghost. For years, fans begged for a follow-up album. Internet went wild with theories. Every silence felt like a message. Every rumor a prophecy. Then, in 2016, he released, kind of, a live stream appears. Frank and his minions in the warehouse, quietly building something. Background music floats through the air, but no words. Just wood. Just work. That was endless. Visual album, solid, minimal, cryptic. It was a message, but not to us, but to the label. This very album fulfilled his contract with Def Jam, and he officially became a solo artist. What's the first thing you would do when you escaped your boss and you're free man?
Well, I would sign another contract for 5 years.
Nah, let me fuck up some shit first, and then I'll go my merry way. And the very next day, when no one was ready, he dropped Blonde. Blonde wasn't made for radio. It wasn't even made for you. Full of open space and half-finished thoughts. Frank didn't hold your hand through it. He left you alone in his world of Blonde. The album didn't tell you how to feel. It didn't want to please you. It wanted to be left alone. And somehow it reached everyone. The funny thing is as well, on his music video for Nikes, one of the first lyrics that he sings,
I got two versions. I got two versions. I got two versions.
is a mockery for his label. How he gave the shittier version to Def Jam and kept Blonde for himself. And when he became one of the most famous independent artists, he just vanished. No tour, no interviews, just silence. But this time, it wasn't frustrating. It was powerful. And the longer he stayed gone, the larger it grew. That's the secret nobody wants to admit. Timeless art doesn't have an expiration date. It accumulates power. Every year without a new Frank Ocean album only deepens the meaning of the last one. The silence becomes part of the story. It creates a space where fans don't just listen, they imagine, interpret, and reflect. And these two artists, who are complete opposite of the genre understand that core meaning of timeless art, and will forever be grateful for these kind of artists that spawn into our worlds. Nah, bro, the fuck is that ending? In conclusion, I don't know. Go listen to Frank or Carti. Fam Anthem. Fam Anthem. Fam Anthem.